Thank you for viewing this training session provided by Coventry Virtual School. This training session is aimed at post-16 education providers and it supports you in your role to contribute to the personal education plan, also known as a PEP, for any child in the care of Coventry. For the first time, Coventry has moved to an electronic PEP system for post-16 learners using our EGov platform. This now brings post-16 PEPs in line with school-age PEPs within Coventry and uses a system our social workers are already familiar with. It is the social worker's responsibility to inform the virtual school of the education destination for all Year 12 and Year 13 young people. Once this is shared, we will contact you to confirm that you have a child in care on roll along with instructions for your EGov logins. It is really important that when you receive this communication, you provide us with the contact details for the most appropriate person in your setting to link to the PEP account. This is usually the Child in Care Coordinator or a similar role. At the end of this training, you will see our email address. Please contact us with any queries about this process or your EGov account. Once you have received your login details, the login page will look like this. If it is your first time logging in, click the green button marked First Time Registration. If you already have an account, you can log in using your existing details. There is a two-point authentication process, which means you will receive an email containing a code. You will need to input this code to complete your login. When you log in, you will arrive at this page. This is your list of learners linked to your account. You can return to this page at any time by clicking the Learner tab highlighted here. It is important that you check this list carefully against the young people you are currently working with. If any learners are missing, please contact the virtual school. Similarly, if a learner has left or is no longer attending your setting, let us know as soon as possible so we can update the account. Another useful feature is the PEP meeting tool, found in the options across the top of the page. When you click on the PEP meeting tool, you will see this page. This provides a clear snapshot of all pre-planned meetings for your young people, making it easy to stay organised and prepared. Going back to the Learner page, another useful feature to highlight is the Profile tab. When you click on the Profile tab, you will arrive at this page. On the left-hand side, you will see the young person's core details such as the name, date of birth and care information, including length of time in care. On the right-hand side, you will see a list of users attached to the young person. If you click on a professional's name, you can view their email address and contact details. In the bottom right corner, you will find a record of all historical PEPs. These are useful if you want to review previous education reports. Finally, in the bottom right corner, you will see the PEP tab circled. This is where you can access the current PEP, the one that is active and needs completing. When you click on the PEP tab, the PEP form will open. On the left-hand side, you will see the contents page. This shows you all the sections of the PEP. Here is a closer look at the contents page. At the top, you will see the highlighted Pupil Views section. This is one of the most important parts of the PEP. Every child has a unique perspective on their education, what school feels like, what they want to achieve, and the kind of support that works best for them. While professionals often make decisions on their behalf, we are committed to ensuring that children's voices are central in shaping their support. Capturing pupil voice is not optional, it is essential. PEPs will not be signed off if this section is left blank. It is never acceptable to write statements such as "no pupil views shared" or "pupil didn't want to give their views." Even if a young person doesn't attend the meeting or chooses not to complete a form, professionals must still capture their perspective. This could be through recent conversations, key worker sessions, observations, work with carers, drawings, voice notes, letters, poems, or even recorded videos. The PEP is more than a document. It is a space where adults work together to shape a young person's world, always keeping their voice at the centre. The next couple of slides show the pupil voice pages. Some settings also use the visual or accessible version of the pupil view page, which can be especially helpful for learners with SEND needs or for unaccompanied asylum-seeking children. Returning to the contents page, section 8 is highlighted here. This section must be completed by the social worker and done before the PEP meeting takes place. Next is section B, the section for education providers to complete. Please complete as much of this section as possible before the PEP meeting. This ensures the meeting focuses on discussion and planning rather than data collection. This first page in section B includes questions about attendance data and bursary access. These are self-explanatory and should be completed before the meeting. On this page, you will enter details of the course the young person is studying. Click the Add Entry button in the top right corner to input details. If the course name is not listed in the drop-down, use the other box to type it in manually. You will also see fields to record current performance for PEP 1 and PEP 2. 2 PEPs are completed each academic year, so please record the judgment for the relevant cycle. The grade achieved box should only be completed once the course has ended. This page allows you to set SMART targets. Each PEP must include at least 2 targets with at least one link to academic progress. SMART targets should always be specific, focused on a clearly defined area, measurable, progress must be visible, agreed, involve key professionals and the pupil where appropriate, realistic, achievable with expectations that avoid repeated failure, time-bound, to be reviewed at the next PEP. Targets are most effective when they are meaningful to the young person and linked to their aspirations. This page focuses on the young person's emotional well-being. We advise that this section is completed during the PEP meeting so all professionals can contribute to the discussion. This section is about special educational needs and disabilities. Please complete all relevant fields if the young person has an identified SEND need. For pupils with SEND support but no EHCP, select K, SEND support, and indicate the areas of need. For pupils with an EHCP, complete the EHCP section, including details of the local authority and plan coordinator. Please also upload the most current version of the EHCP using the tab provided. This page relates to the young person's future plans and careers. For learners in educational training, please complete only the top section. The second part is for young people who are currently NEET. The PEP meeting section records details of the meeting itself. Please include everyone who attended and in the summary, note what is going well and any concerns raised. A high-quality PEP will reflect the voices of all attendees. Returning to the contents page, the final highlighted section is quality assurance and sign-off. This is what the sign-off page looks like. For the PEP to be signed off, you must click the Click to Submit tabs. Please note, only the social worker can submit their section. Only the education provider can submit the education information section. Any professional can confirm the pupil's view submission. It is very important you do not click submit until after the meeting has taken place and once you are confident the information entered is accurate. When you click submit, you're confirming agreement with the record of the PEP meeting. Once all sections are submitted, the virtual school is alerted and will complete quality assurance and sign off. Thank you for completing this training. For any queries, please contact Mandy G, Post-16 Education Advisor at the virtual school. The email address is on screen now. Before we finish, here are some important reminders. PEPs are a legal requirement for all children in care up to age 18. Social workers are responsible for ensuring PEPs are completed as part of care planning, but it is really helpful if the education provider liaises with the social worker to agree a suitable time and date for the meeting. PEP meetings should include the education setting, the social worker, the young person if they want to attend, and their carer, home professional or parent. The virtual school does not attend every PEP. However, if there are concerns about a young person's education stability, please get in touch so we can provide additional support and attend if needed. We appreciate your support in making sure our young people in care have strong, meaningful PEPs that help them achieve their goals.